Obviously, just start out kind of broad. You're all transfers coming into Auburn. Just kind of what brought you to Auburn? We can start Walker and just kind of go down the line. But what brought you to Auburn, man?
Yeah, so a lot of reasons. Initially, my first recruitment, Auburn was at the top of my list always. They were one of the first schools to offer me. I fell in love with this place really quickly, close to home. In the SEC is where my family all competed and stuff. And then BP's relationship and I and all the coaching staff, it was, even before the state recruitment period, it was so close. So then once I decided to transfer to North Carolina, I just knew that this was the right place for me. And it's exceeded my expectations in every way. I love Auburn so much, just the school and the place and the people.
What about you, Katie?
It's quite the same for me. It's one of the first schools I looked into when I first started my recruitment out of high school. BP was actually the first person to offer me out of the SEC, so I think that brought a lot of help for me to come here during my transferring time from leaving Georgia, because of the relationship I had with Wes Flanagan and Coach Brewer and Steve. I knew them for quite a long time, since like the 9th grade, so I just feel like this was home when I left Georgia.
For me, it was kind of a quick process, just getting in the transfer portal. So just looking into it, doing my research, I saw a long line of traditional smaller guards that came through here and were successful. And just Bruce Pearl, just the way he had talked to me from the first time I hopped on the Zoom with him in the spring, I just felt the love and felt like he genuinely wanted me to come here. So that's really it.
What you, Zep?
It's in the transfer portal. I always used to watch Auburn. That was about 2-3 years ago. My red shirt year. We played Auburn. My red shirt freshman year. I always look at their style, and I can see myself fitting their style. When I first entered the transfer portal, BP showed love. I had no doubt I wanted to come to Auburn.
Just for anybody, what was the transfer portal? What's it like? Is it stressful? When you make the decision to do it from the time you do that to the time you decide, what's that process like, trying to find a new home, man?
For me, it was stressful. For a lot of different schools calling you, every day, just want to get in contact with you and stuff like that. But for me, it was quite easy though, because after all the schools called me, BP had jumped in at the end, sort of, and called me, and I just knew I was coming in right away.
Yeah. Was Auburn, when you all decided, okay, I'm going to try to find a new place, did you have any idea where that would be, or did some of y'all think did you have maybe a few schools in mind, or was it starting over, or what?
So, for me personally, we narrowed it down to the schools that previously recruited me.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't really feel like we wanted to make decisions pretty quick. We didn't want to linger and kind of sit in the transfer portal for a long period of time. So we just narrowed it down to the schools that we knew and had a relationship with.
What about y'all, Zep and Wynn?
For me, I narrowed it down to the schools that's all my playing styles, and each coach that called me, I would break it down to their plays and their style, and BP call, and like I said, I always used to watch Auburn and see myself fitting into their playing system, and that really was about it.
Yeah, for me, I had no idea who was gonna call me, because kind of coming out of high school, I wasn't a big recruit or nothing, so I kind of knew that going into the portal I was gonna get a lot of mid-major schools, and I wanted to go to the next level. So I really didn't know who was gonna call me. So once I got about 10 high major schools that called me, I kind of started to narrow it down from there, and Auburn was one of those 10. So
how have y'all sort of approached coming in? I would think you're coming in and trying to make your mark. This is your kind of a new start for all of you at a new place. How have you sort of approached? You come into a new team with guys that have been here. How does that sort of work?
I can speak for all of us. We just want to win, and that that mentality of just wanting to win has made us all mesh. We all understand the common goal, and because of that, we've meshed smoothly as anything.
Is that how have those guys sort of welcomed you in?
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
unbelievable. You know, felt like family from the start. Like I've known them for 5 years, even though I just met them. So they've done an unbelievable job, and the whole Auburn community has, and the teachers, the students, the restaurant owners. I mean, I don't know if these guys can tell you, but I like to eat, and so they've definitely welcomed me into their places of business, and just the town of Auburn has just been unbelievably great to all of us.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, you're a little bit familiar with all, you had visited, your brother. Did you guys know a lot about Auburn community? What are your expectations? How has it been?
Nah, me personally, I really didn't know anything. Like, even when I committed, I was asking questions like, what does WDE mean? So I was kind of I didn't really know anything. This is far from where I'm from. So, but when I got here, just the love, just on social media, the love from all the people here, it was great. It's nothing like I've experienced before, so it's been great.
What you, Kitty?
I actually took a visit here when I was in 10th or 9th grade to a basketball game, and I think I took a visit to a football game also, and I seen like how the community come and interact with coaches and stuff, and how they show all types of love. I just adapted to that early. I love that, so I got a chance to be able to get a chance to come back. I had to take a chance to come in here.
What would you say?
I actually didn't know nothing about Alabama, the state, period. It was my first time ever coming to Alabama. I'm from Georgia. So when I came, I was kind of clueless on the campus, and I seen the campus always show love from the students, like Walker said, the restaurants, just everyone from social media, and I had no choice. I loved it as soon as I stepped on campus.
Last question, and we'll start with you, Zep, and just go down the line. If every year transfer portal is going to be a bigger thing, so there's going to be more of these kids, and obviously next year there could be guys like you coming to Auburn next year. What would your message be to people that are guys that are transferring, that are thinking about Auburn, that were in your shoes, and they're looking at maybe is Auburn the place for me? What's kind of your message about your experience?
No doubt, Auburn's a great place. It's a place where you want to be. Entering the transfer portal, having guys in the transfer portal. There's a lot of schools out there, but I believe Auburn's one of the best schools in the nation.
What you win?
I would say coming here, you just got to know that you're going to play with 10 or 11 other guys that can really play basketball. So you're going to have to sacrifice, but it's all for a bigger purpose. We all want to win. So just coming here, just want to win. Just being the best player you can be every day.
What you, Kitty?
Just gotta know, like, you're gonna come into a brotherhood. You gotta work. You're just gonna come to a fun environment where everybody just show love to you. And it's gonna be a winning atmosphere.
I mean, this is the place. There's no other way to say it. I know it kind of sounds like a naive answer, but I mean, I truly believe with my whole heart. I've had an experience at another school, and I don't regret my decision going to North Carolina. I just feel like this is the place. Basketball, school, town, people, I mean everything. Just the whole Auburn name and community. There's no other like it.